everyone, I hope you're doing great. Finally the time has arrived for Nintendo's brand new OLED console. So today I'll be unboxing Nintendo's latest machine and letting you know about it. Firstly, many were hoping that this would be Nintendo's 4K console. Sadly, that is not the case. But it wouldn't surprise me if Nintendo pulls that rabbit out of a hat at a later date. That being said, this OLED model is still a good machine with a snazzy new screen. Before we begin taking the contents out of the box, let's have a quick look outside of the box. Here we can see the new tablet, the new dock and the new Joy-Cons. Seriously can't wait to open the box and see what's inside. Opening up the box, the first thing we'll see is the new tablet and Joy-Cons. For all intents and purposes, the Joy-Cons have no improvements. So let's just hope that we don't encounter any drift issues. And here's the new, slightly larger tablet and the far more secure kickstand. Hopefully we don't have to worry about a gush of wind blowing over our Switch. At the top of the tablet we can see the power button, volume buttons, an improved speaker and cartridge insert. And at the back of the tablet we can also see where we can insert the extra storage via a micro SD card. Going into the second layer of the box, we have the new dock and other bits and bobs. So here's the USB-C cable, the HDMI cable, the power plug and the Joy-Con grip. Here's what it looks like with the two Joy-Cons inserted. Oh, and let's not forget about the Joy-Con bumpers, otherwise we won't be playing many multiplayer games in the future. The dock is smaller, but the tablet slot has some extra room. So if you like to put a protective case over your tablet, you should have no issue keeping the protective case on and still inserting the tablet into the dock. I've done it myself and it's extra peace of mind. At the back of the dock, there's been a little bit of a reshuffle. Here we can see the AC adapter, the HDMI and LAN cable. The LAN cable is now in place of the USB port which was present in the previous Switch dock. Now that we have the LAN port, it means that the OLED Switch can connect to the internet both wired and wirelessly. This may be an issue for those that used a USB wired headset, but thankfully all Switch consoles recently received an update where you can use pretty much any Bluetooth wireless headset, which also includes the official Xbox wireless headset. So with a bit of luck you should have no issues finding a headset to work with your new Switch. Here's what the new OLED Switch looks like docked next to the previous model. As you can see, just by looking at the Switch home screen, there is a subtle difference in screen size. The previous screen size is 6.2 inches, whereas the new OLED model is an improved 7 inches. It may not seem a lot, but when you're playing the game in handheld, regardless of the game that you're playing, the difference is very noticeable. And perhaps this video doesn't quite do this console the justice it deserves, but trust me, once you play with this new 7-inch screen, it's difficult going back. The screen resolution is 1280 by 720, which doesn't sound all that generous obviously compared to other consoles, but when you're playing any game, regardless of the game, in handheld, the OLED screen gives all games that extra little bit more of a pop. And just by looking a bit of eye candy, it makes the games look even better than the previous model. It really is a gorgeous screen. And as we're comparing both tablets again side by side, here's another look at the two kickstands. As you can see, there's a massive difference in size and quality between the two versions. So what other improvements does the OLED Switch have compared to the previous model? Well, firstly, the CPU and RAM is exactly the same as the previous models, so don't go expecting any faster load times or anything. However, as we already know, the visuals do look extra gorgeous with the OLED screen. However, there are some other impressive improvements. The speakers sound that bit more crisp than the previous model. The internal storage has already been bumped up from 32 gig to 64 gig. Granted, it's still not a massive difference, and 128 gig would have been better in my opinion, but at least it's doubled in size nonetheless. The battery life has also been improved. It is said that the original Switch model has a battery life of anywhere between 2.5 to 6.5 hours, whereas the new OLED model is said to last anywhere between 4.5 to 9 hours, which is extra nice on the go. Also, as a side note, if you're playing outside and it's a sunny day, sun is glaring on your screen, that was a bit of an issue with the previous model. However, with the OLED screen, that's not so much of an issue now, and you should be able to see the screen clear and crisp wherever you are, regardless of the time of day. So, is the Nintendo Switch OLED model worth your investment? And I would say yes it is. Perhaps it's not as urgent if you already own a Switch, but if you do invest in this new model, I very much doubt you'll be disappointed. However, if you're a first time Switch owner, then you're in for an absolute treat. At launch, the Switch OLED model retails for around £310 in the UK and $350 in the US, so it's not that much more difference from the previous model. Well, that's your lot. This concludes my video unboxing and quick analysis of the new Nintendo Switch OLED model. I really do appreciate you sticking with me, and if you enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subscribing to my channel. That said, please stay safe. Until next time, peace out.